you think about what you've seen from Hardaway recently?
He's having an incredible stretch right now, making a lot of the right reads, taking some tough shots for sure. But I think he's right in his wheelhouse of allowing the work to translate into success on the court, finding some consistency there. Obviously, we had some guys out, so the aggressiveness and him being in the starting lineup creates more opportunities for a lot of us. And I think you're watching him create a lot of opportunities for himself and be highly efficient at it. So happy for him and want him to keep it up. Playing good basketball right now.
You guys are halfway through the year, and all the injuries, you and Luka have only been able to play 20 games together. Obviously, you've got other key guys who've been in and out. How do you kind of evaluate the first half of the season so far and where this team is now, where this team can go?
That's a very interesting question. I think that's way above my pay grade in terms of I need some guys up here to help me discuss that, because I'm really just focused on being as healthy as I can be game to game and being prepared to play. But in terms of a personal evaluation, I don't dive too deep into it. It's the early portion or halfway portion of the season. We're not even at All-Star break yet, so you never know if things could change over the next few weeks or the next few months, and that's not talking about any trades or anything like that, or foreshadowing anything like that. It's just changes in lineup, changes in dynamics of our team, and testing out new strategies where we can find that consistency on both ends of the floor, and we have guys that are playing those quality minutes, and our IQ level as a basketball team is helping us or propelling us to wins instead of us using our talent and overscoring teams. I think if we're smarter throughout the second half of the season and we play well, possession to possession game, and just allow each other to grow into these roles that we has set even for the last few games and even since the start of the season. So I'm just allowing this thing to grow without putting too much pressure on myself or my teammates. But obviously there's a fire inside all of us. We want to win every game, and I think that's what's helping us right now, even as guys get healthy. So I think we'll have another evaluation in the next 20 games or so. But right now, it's good not to think too deep into it and really take it game by game.
What did you say to Derek Lively in his first game back?
You said what?
What's Derek Lively in his first game back?
Yeah, no, he just needs reps. He just needs reps. He's, coming off a college season where he's only played 30 games or 30 some odd games, and he's coming into the men's league where, night to night, people are getting ready to play against him, scheme for him, know that he's going to be a huge factor in the game, and they try to stop him. But I think if he's able to find opportunities hitting offensive glass and continue to set good screens, and we find him on certain roles, like I got to get him a lob earlier in the game just to make sure he stays engaged and he stays active. And that's just my job as a PG. I can make his life a lot easier out there, and especially coming back from injury. Just don't want to put too much pressure on him. But I know he's going to do that himself. So when he brings that edge, it helps out our team. So just want to keep helping him.
And speaking of Derek, he's connected with you quite a few times this season when you've been top locked, and then you've cut, to counter with the defenses. Yeah. What do you like about his playmaking?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his playmaking is definitely improving game to game, and I think we're getting used to playing on the same court together where I don't necessarily have to come off all those dribble handoffs. He can really utilize me as a screener or as a backdoor threat, and just reading multiple options out of the defensive schemes that the other teams are putting against us. That's the key right now is being able to play not the first action, but probably the third or fourth, so we can get a great shot.
You guys are thinking about 23 different starting lineups this season. You got guys in and out.
Yeah.
You haven't practiced a ton. How do you, try and build chemistry on the fly when guys are in and out like that? It's different looks. Feels like every game.
Yeah, you just do your best. You just do your best as a professional to come prepared and be ready to play the role that the coaches are asking you to play.
How can you guys keep your momentum going into this upcoming road trip?
By not getting too ahead of ourselves and being satisfied with this win against the New Orleans Pelicans. I feel like every time we take our foot off the gas pedal and we start hip and hurraying and celebrating wins like this, then next game we kind of drop a dud. I don't want to have that happen, and I don't want to say, even if that does happen in the next game, I don't want to say I planned it. It's just I want to find that consistency. I know my teammates, the coaching staff, our management want to find that consistency as well. And that's what the healthy challenge is every day, is waking up, preparing as best you can, and then going out there and trying to play your best game and living with the results.
Outside of, the victory, what is the importance of today and you playing for the day?
Man, well, today is definitely about bigger things than just the game of basketball. I want to give a huge shout out and send my love and incredible energy to the King family and to everybody part of that lineage, everybody part of that revolution, everybody part of that movement that he was leading. He's definitely missed in today's world. His words are still reigning true throughout time, and I think we've seen it over and over again. That his dream was not just supposed to be a dream, it was supposed to be manifested and materialized into a reality that we can all coexist in. And I think Martin Luther King Jr. stood for more than just racial or social issues. He stood for the character and the content of someone's heart and their integrity, and he was far from perfect, and I think that's what makes him one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever read about and focused on, because he accepted that he was going to make mistakes, but he was willing to risk his life for a lot of us to at least feel liberated in a society like this that we're growing up in or we have to survive in. So, again, I want to give a huge shout out to Martin Luther King Jr. and his family and everything he's done for all races and all walks of life. He really brought a lot of people together, and I'm happy to be part of that ancestral history.